Hi, I'm Greg Johnson, CEO of Diabetes Australia, and wanting to celebrate and acknowledge the wonderful 10-year anniversary of the Australian Centre for Behavioural Research in Diabetes, led by Professor Jane Spate, with a team of people who have done some absolutely outstanding work in Australia and indeed internationally, in raising the understanding about the really important areas of behavioural and social research and understanding as it relates to diabetes. So 10-year anniversary right now, and a big congratulations to Jane and the team. This centre was established importantly because back 10 years ago or more, a few people got together and said, Australia has really world-leading diabetes experts and research expertise in many, many areas. But one of the big gaps that was identified was this really important gap of the lived experience of people with diabetes. What does diabetes mean in terms of the day-to-day emotional and mental health impacts of diabetes and just coping and living with diabetes every day? And so the intention of creating the Centre for Behavioural Research in Diabetes was to really help shine a light on and get much better understanding of a whole range of issues related to diabetes-related emotional distress, to anxiety, indeed sometimes depression, the day-to-day grind and challenges of just living with a serious chronic condition, and not just for people with diabetes, but for family members and others around them. So Jane Spate and the Centre have done outstanding work in this area, and over the last 10 years we've seen some really wonderful outputs, if you like, from the Centre for Behavioural Research in Diabetes that have had great impact in Australia and indeed around the world in raising awareness of these issues, and indeed pointing to ways that we can better support people with diabetes in the day-to-day lived experience of diabetes. So we look forward to the next 10 years of great success for the Australian Centre for Behavioural Research in Diabetes. I'd like to congratulate, in particular, Diabetes Victoria and Deakin University, who are the two organisations that got together 10 years ago and agreed to create this important national centre. And it's a wonderful credit to those two organisations and to their sustained effort. Importantly, Diabetes Australia also supports the Centre for Behavioural Research in Diabetes with funding and working closely with Jane Spate and her team to support Diabetes Australia's awareness campaigns and many activities. So a big congratulations and a big shout out to Professor Jane Spate and all of the team at the Australian Centre for Behavioural Research in Diabetes.